That means in that lower part of that spine, you're out of place. Now that depression line, where it tips down on the end, it's not terribly bad. Oh, it is in your left hand. See where I've got that little black asterisk? Go down there to the bottom of the page. Depression line. Are you taking an antidepressant? The line in the left hand tips way down, but the right hand, which is the present hand, tips just a little bit. So that indicates to me that you're taking an antidepressant, because it's showing in your present hand not so bad. But it's bad in that left hand. That tips way down. That means you're way out of place in that 1C, 2C. See where it says depression over there? Well, you're out in that 6C too. It interrupts the blood flow going up into your head, the blood flow and the oxygen. And that's why it makes a depression line. It's having a heck of a time getting up into the skull. You're going to have to find a chiropractor. Oh, you're in California, aren't you? Palo Alto, I guess that's California. You're going to have to find a chiropractor, ask at your health food stores or call around, that has an extra 8 months of training in doing cranialsacral work. Don't just find a regular old chiropractor. They've got to have this cranialsacral work training, which is extra 8 months of schooling in order to do this. And what they do is those nerves that come off the top, that's 1C, 2C, they end in the roof of your mouth, and they go in through your mouth, and they massage the nerves and relax the nerves, and then they take their thumbs and they push that vertebrae back in place, right at the base of your head. And you don't want it to go too far. Or some of them have a little machine. It's called, let me see if I can say it. It's called, just a minute, an orthogonal machine. Orthogonal machine, and they lay on a table. I had this done on my granddaughter. They lay on a table and they swing that little machine over, and it goes zzzz down in that neck area, and it relaxes all those nerves. And then they can just take their thumbs and push that vertebrae back in place. If you can't get your chin over your shoulder, I'm sure you're out in that top part. And then you need to get that fixed and get a chiropractor to straighten up your spine. If you go to a medical doctor, all he's going to do is give you drugs that just deaden the nerves, like you're doing on the depression line, but it doesn't make it go away. You can get that spine straightened up. Oh, let me tell you a couple little stories here. I'd set up my booth. This is a way you can keep your spine straight. I'd set up my little booth in my high school. We were doing a fundraiser, and I had a bunch of gals walk in, and two of them walked over the table and had their palms read. When I read their palms, they had perfect spines. I couldn't believe it. It's not very often I see a perfect spine. And they were laughing and giggling, and most of their girlfriends come over. And they came over and they had their hands read. There were 7 of them all together. Every single one of those 7 girls, they were women in their 1920s. Every single one of those women had perfect spines. All 7 of them. I looked up and I said, "Are you girls trying to trick me or something?" I guess I couldn't believe it. And they were laughing and giggling, and one little gal walked over and she says, "Oh, Kat, I better tell you." She says, "We're the walking club. We walk 7 miles every day, rain or shine." She says, "If it's bad weather, we walk in the malls or in the gyms." And she says, "When we walk at a good fast clip." Well, that makes sense, because those 2 big old leg muscles are hooked to the 2 back muscles, and when they walk at a good fast pace, those muscles go up and down each side of that spine, and it strengthens those muscles that hold that spine straight. So walking is probably one of the very best things you can do for your spine. I don't know that you got to go out and walk 7 miles a day, but Oh, by the way, I don't know if I told you, your line is very intelligent. It goes right across your hand. And it's easy to get that spine knocked out of place. Where did I see that? Oh, down at the bottom of your page, and it says, did you have an accident around on 24 or 30? In between 24, that you have a broken lifeline. Yeah, your lifeline, if that breaks, that means you're not breathing real good, so you've done something. You've had some kind of an accident. Easy to have accidents or get jammed up the spine. Jumping on trampolines is hard on you. Having a car accident, having a bike accident, playing contact sports, doing gymnastics, that's all really hard on the spine. I had a bunch of little, I'm sure you know what a rodeo is. Well, yeah, you live in California. We live in Idaho. So they always pick, from the rodeos, they always pick a queen and two little princesses. And I'd set up outside the rodeo, and the queen and the two princesses came over to have their hands read. Oh my gosh, their little spines were so jammed. Oh my goodness, because they ride on those horses all day, bouncing up and down on those saddles. And I said to the little queen, her back was really bad, really jammed. And I said, doesn't your back hurt? And she says, oh, she says, it hurts so bad. And she says, we have to go out in the halftime during the rodeo and ride around that arena on our horses and smile and wave at everybody. And she says, all the time that I'm smiling and waving, she says, I just got great big old tears rolling down my cheeks and my back hurts so bad. So I told her she's going to have to do what the cowboys do. They have their own little chiropractor or a physical therapist that keeps their back straight. Okay. Let's see. You get that back straightened up, and within about 3 months, those lines just disappear from your hand. That heart line will clean up, because you're getting those lines, those little islands on your heart, because you're out right there in that 2 thoracic. And then you got to break in that lifeline. That's that 3 thoracic. That's your lungs, where you got that break. But it looks to me like you had an accident of some kind. Oh, you can't even believe how much better you will feel when you get your spine straightened up. And that depression line will go away, and that health line will clean right up. Your hand will change within about 3 months. Okay, jump down there to the lifeline. Your broken lifeline. Can you see how that lifeline starts there between your thumb and your index finger, comes down, and then it stops there around about age 24, 25, and then it starts again. About every 1/8 of an inch is about a year in each line.